Welcome back, Ultima Weapons. It's the Night Sky Prince again, and sorry if my voice sounds a little funny. It's a mixture of me having the common cold and the common Square Enix fan disappointment. Today is a day I could not have been more disappointed in the company that I love. Square Enix's conference was pretty much an entire letdown. Their conference, if you want to call it that, wasn't even a full hour like most companies, and that's probably because Square Enix had literally nothing to show. In fact, I'm not even sure why they did this stream. Now let me start by saying, by the time I'm recording this video, Sony's E3 hasn't happened yet, so there might be plenty more to talk about later. But as excited as I was, Square Enix just happened to let us all down. There were pretty much no major announcements whatsoever. You heard that right. Nothing on Final Fantasy VII Remake at all. And in fact, outside of Final Fantasy XIV, Final Fantasy fans pretty much got no news on anything happening with the single player side of the series. While Dragon Quest XI getting a new trailer was awesome, and finally giving us a solid September 4th release date, as well as the announcement that Square Enix and Platinum Games would be collaborating on yet another title, which looks good, I guess. You can't really tell much from the teaser. Even with Kingdom Hearts 3, we didn't get a new trailer. We only got an extended trailer of the one we got yesterday with Microsoft. While it did have some really interesting new story details, as well as teasing Lee and Kairi's appearances, we were once again left out in the dust. It's been so long that I've been this disappointed with Square Enix. I just expected something, anything. No Final Fantasy XV Dawn of the Future, no Final Fantasy VII Remake, and barely even any Kingdom Hearts 3. There were just no exciting announcements at all. Not even a single thing that was shown that could even really get me excited. Now, here's the silver lining that Square can prove us all wrong with. Sony's press conference is in a few hours of me recording this, so I could be completely wrong. They could show an incredible demonstration that completely blows our mind in just a few hours. But even if they end up doing that, it's still not going to remove how I felt about this conference. This on its own was just a really bad conference. I don't know how else to even describe it other than it was just so boring and there was nothing at all. I completely understand if they want to save those major announcements for Sony's conference where there are a lot more people watching, especially considering that I'm sure Sony wants Final Fantasy VII Remake to make an appearance on their stage more than anyone else. I have my fingers crossed and I think that's exactly what we're gonna get. But until then, I'm completely underwhelmed by everything so far with Square. This is just a disappointment. I'm sorry you guys if I'm ranting, but I'm almost positive that most of you feel the exact same way. And I wish we could go into further detail with this video talking about Square Enix's conference, but there was just literally nothing to talk about at all. I mean, probably the coolest thing that they showed off was the new patch for Final Fantasy XIV, and maybe the new Tomb Raider, which looked really good, but you all know that's not what we really wanted. You guys, I'm just so embarrassed for Square Enix. I'm so sorry. I've been dying to watch this E3, not just for the remake, but just to see something major out of them for once in a long while. But what do you Ultima Weapons think? Can Square Enix redeem themselves in our eyes after this hugely disappointing conference? Let me know in the comments below. And if you gamers really need someone to talk to E3 about, be sure to check out our Facebook group, Ultima, Square Enix plus JRPGs, where we got our fingers crossed all E3 long. Link in the description below.